Hey everybody, I got great news today. Great news is that I actually have something to say today, and I'm excited to say it to you. But still, no edit, no background music. Yes, I'm in a bathroom. Yes, I'm sitting on a toilet because this is where the best lighting is, but it's still not the greatest lighting. But this is what it is, and this is what I'm going to do this episode. But basically, thank you for tuning in. And I just wanted to say on this episode how I started doing stand-up comedy. And everybody asked me, a lot of people ask me that question. If you're a stand-up, they always ask you how you started. And I'm going to tell you. And it's not glamorous. It's not like, oh man, is it a college event? I'm going to tell you right now. It's I was at a really low point of my life. And low point, it's however you make it. You could, it doesn't matter. Anyways. Low point, I was really depressed because I was working at Radio Shack, and I didn't want to work at Radio Shack. And because, just a quick thing, I was selling cell phones in Radio Shack to like old people who just came in for like a charger, and I was like, no, let me give you this free phone, but it's never free. Anyways, I felt really bad, but I was young and I wanted more money, so I tried to sell as many phones as possible. Anyways, I was really sad because I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life. And I think a lot of people don't know what they want to do with their life. They just, look for a job and another job, and hopefully they find a job that they could stand. And I have already changed several jobs then, and I didn't want to do any of that. And but I didn't know what I wanted to do, and I was depressed. I was honestly depressed because since I was a kid, all I wanted to do is get out of school. I just want to get through college, but I dropped out of college, and then I'm like, man, it's finally I could start a career, I could be an entrepreneur, and all my dreams, all my childhood dreams went to shit, and I was like, I'm garbage. Couldn't find what I wanted to do, and I was really sad. And I always think about, I know everybody thinks about suicide, and I always thought about suicide, but I wasn't never going to do it because I was really grateful at the same time for the things that I have, but I was just really sad. I was really sad. I don't feel like I could connect with another person really deeply, because I don't know, maybe everybody's weird in their own way, but I just always, I moved around a lot, and I went to 10 schools throughout my childhood, so I just could never like connect with somebody that went around and is also Asian, and all of those things. So anyways, I was just sad. And did I tell you I was sad? How many times did I say sad? Okay, sorry, still got okay. And I wanted to start. So I wrote down 3 things. I was like, if I was gonna die tomorrow, that's how I came up. That's how like sad I was. I was like, if I was to die, if I was to kill myself, what would I want to do before I die? That's literally what I said. And I hadn't planned about killing myself. I just was like, if I die, and this, I was like 22, I think, 22, 23. And so I wrote down 3 things. I wrote down can't speak English anymore, white water rafting, and get a motorcycles license, and do stand-up. And I'll tell you in the next episode of like how the first time I saw stand-up, it was in 8th grade, but we'll leave that to next time. But so 3 things. So white water rafting I really wanted to do, but I just didn't get to it, and I was going to get my motorcycles license. I passed my written test, and then I was waiting to get my results or whatever, or waiting for the writing test. I had booked an appointment, and I passed it and booked the writing test, and I was, doing the motorcycle thing, test. Did I drink alcohol? Yes, I did. But I just thought, I just want to do it today because I didn't want to, maybe tomorrow I'll get lazy. That's why I did it right now. I'm rambling a lot, but this is what it is. If you've seen this, you already know what it is. So passed the written test, waiting on the appointment for the road test. But between that time, I wanted to do stand-up. So I was like, okay, well, I don't know how to start. So I was going to go watch an open mic. And that's what I did. I watched like an open mic. And okay, keep in mind, the one and only comedy show, stand-up comedy show that I've ever went to was Kevin Hart's. I think Laugh at My Pain it was. I forgot what it was, but it was in an arena. It was like I like Honda Center in LA or something. And that's the only comedy show I've ever been to live. And I've watched a bunch of them online. Okay. And then I went to this open mic. And then when I went to the open mic, and Kevin Hart, it was hilarious. He was like at his prime. And so when I went to this open mic, I was expecting not the same thing, but I was like probably a smaller scale. And when I watched the comedians, I was like, man, these people suck. Like I could do this. I could be way better. I could be way funnier than these guys. And before you judge me for judging them, I just want to say that a person, Ismo, ISMO, he's a great comic. I was telling him about this, and I felt really bad for saying that, these comics suck. But the thing is, he said it's also necessary to see somebody that's not good at something, because that also gives you inspiration. Because if you don't think something is achievable, you wouldn't even go do it. You have to see all the levels of people who's doing something. Then you go, oh, that's how far Kevin Hart was, and how people started, and this is where it's at. And when I started, I sucked even worse. I thought I was gonna be better, but I wasn't. But I thought that I was good. When I started, I sucked, but I thought that I was good. Looking back, I was garbage, but at the time, I thought I was good. So if you ever wanted to start stand-up, just go do it. Don't plan, just go. Because there's so many open mics every single day, anywhere. Just look up open mics. You could just go there. Anyways, and I signed up. So I went to LA. I drove to LA, and there's this open mic, and you're supposed to pay $5 to get on stage. And that's a whole nother thing. You have to pay to get on stage. It's crazy. But anyways, and when the guy said I need to pay $5, I was like, I'm not paying $5. So I was just like, I'm just gonna watch. I went, and they were calling names, and they called just the next comedian they were calling. It was like Jason something. I forgot. We had the same name, and they called, and nobody said here or whatever. And then they said his name again. I was like, I'm Jason, and then they're like, are you Jason Stein? I was like, no, but I'm Jason something else. and reluctantly, they're just like, all right. And then I just went up, and I have no material prepared. I went to the hospital like a couple days ago, so I just talked about my experience at a hospital. And I thought I did great, but looking back, garbage. But I did it, and this is how I started stand-up. But I loved it because I was getting more attention from 8 drunk people than anybody else. And what I also love about doing stand-up is that got me hooked that first time, is that you could express yourself however you wanted to. And I grew up in an Asian culture. If you're an immigrant and you grew up in an Asian culture, or even if you're white, doesn't matter. If you grew up in a culture where your parents or the teachers, they never allow you to express yourself, you just pretty much do what you're told. And then if you have a strong urge to express yourself, if you have that type of personality and you have nowhere to go for that, you will feel very free. And especially in America, freedom of speech is one of the greatest things ever. So I just felt really free that I could say whatever you want. And that's how I got started. And I really, I'm so glad that I started. And I have so many, because I could go on a tangent for hours, and I don't want to do this. I'm supposed to have a theme, in each video, and I'm trying to do it under 10 minutes, and it's about to achieve that point. And here's the thing: watch it through, because you don't know what I'm gonna say next. I don't even know either. That's what was great. Is what I'm saying. Did I drink? Yes, I did. How many? 2 shots. 1 White Claw and 1 Jose Cuervo. That doesn't mean it's shots, but lightweight. Yes, but did I drink a lot before? 5 years ago? Yes, I did. And could I handle it? Kind of, not really. But I hope you enjoy this video. I hope you did, and then I'll do the next one. Tell me if you like it. If you don't like it, what would you like to hear? Put it in the comments, and then I'll try to do the next one soon. Thank you guys so much. Okay, official sign off.